y'all doing out there? This is Prison to Life. I am Mace, a.k.a. Shadow, with my co-host.
I'm Darnell Smith, a.k.a. Manteen. This Prison to Life's funny stories, sad stories.
You know, where we just keep it real with you. Today we are interviewing our soul, I'm so lost for words right now, but Miss J, she has been riding with us at the beginning, holding us down. So Miss J, you know, we just interviewing you, got a few questions for you. I'm gonna let Manteen kick it off.
Okay.
I'm gonna kick it off. Miss Jay Rene, please state your name.
Alright, my name is Jay Rene. What's up, y'all?
Okay, and how long you been doing what you've been doing? Let them know, give them a little bit of brief background about what you be doing and how you be doing it.
Okay, well, my name is Jay Rene. I am an independent journalist. I am a community advocate and activist. I'm a prison advocate, and I've been in journalism since 2015. It started with just community efforts, and then it kind of transcended into focusing more on the prison stuff as well, because that affects our community. So, since 2015. So it's almost been, it's almost been 10 years, almost. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's good. That's what's up. So, and let them know, give them some shout outs where they can find you at, and let them know how you help men and women behind the wall.
Okay, well, anybody that's interested in seeing the things that I do, you can look me up on Instagram under prison_riot_radio. That's the platform that's dedicated to everything incarceration, how it affects our communities, the stuff that's going on with the brothers and sisters behind the wall, what they got going on this side of it, everything like that. And then we got Hip Hop Humanism, which you can find at hiphophumanism.com, and that's the community style. The community stuff, of course, hip hop involved and stuff like that. You can check me out.
And so what you got? Tell us about what made you lean into this prison stuff? What the advocacy and all that you do, the record and helping people out.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's my destiny. You know what I mean? My whole life kind of set me up for what's going on now with what I'm doing. Coming into the community stuff, getting involved, I think it comes a time in everybody's life, if your mind is on straight, that you start to look around you and notice what's going on and you want to get actively involved. So being involved in the community stuff, it directly goes straight into the stuff when it comes to prison, because prison impacts our communities the most. You know what I mean? So it was inevitable for it to go into that. What made it the iron strike, where it just was like, boom, this is what we're doing, is me and Dutch was talking about, how Prison Riot Radio, that type of platform didn't exist. So we kind of got tired of talking about it and was like, yo, we just need to build it. Like, talking about it don't exist is not getting us nowhere. So let's put something together and make it happen. So Prison Riot Radio was born.
Okay, Prison Riot Radio. Okay, that's what's up. My co-host got some questions.
Okay.
First, Miss J, I would just like to say, man, we appreciate you so much, man. And then incarcerated, so many people feed us false hope and just tell us that they gonna help us do stuff. And ever since day one, man, you kept it real with us. You told us you was gonna help us, and you stuck to us, man. I just appreciate you so much. My question for you is, when did you know that you wanted to be an advocate for the people?
When I knew, well, I'm gonna be honest, like, ever since I was younger, I always was taken up for somebody, you know what I mean? And at one time, I was the person that was always getting picked on too. So not only can I relate to how it feels when somebody is doing you wrong or keeping you down, I also became a person that just stood up for others, because it was times in my life I wish I had somebody to stand up for me and to help me, and nobody was there. So it motivated me to be that type of person, you know what I mean? I started to get more as far as doing something that changed history, as far as starting to write and do journalistic efforts, when I realized that I had the ability to communicate to people, all types of people, and they could understand where I'm coming from. I had the ability to move people's minds and their hearts, and I wanted to do good with it. And when I, started looking at my hood and just the world and realizing that I realized I needed to get involved. Like, I had a certain skill set. I have it in my heart to care about other people, care about my community. And I kind of was just looking one day and I was like, yo, I got to get in this shit. And I did, Straight up.
Okay, yeah. Okay, we definitely understand that. Okay, so, I'm going to say, about what age do you think when you started?
I started journalism in 2015. So, what is that, 9 years ago? I was 33.
Okay.
And Mr. Jay Rene, if you had any advice to the youth, what would you give to them? What would you tell them?
My advice to the youth would be to don't be afraid to be yourself, but be smart enough to know when you need to listen to somebody else. I would say to never be afraid to stand alone when you write. It's going to be times that's going to come along that you might be standing on something by yourself, but be fearless enough to be able to stand on your own. And the main thing, I always say this, I say this to everybody, is to stay sucker free. You know what I mean? And never be so cocky that you don't know when the sucker is me. And I mean, that's something you say to yourself. So stay sucker free, for sure.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. Never be so cocky that you know that the sucker is me. That's a good one right there.
Yeah.
And if you could tell your younger self, what would you tell your younger self? What would you have? What would be your advice to your younger self?
I would tell my younger self. It's crazy. I would be telling my younger self, dang. I don't know. I ain't never thought about it. I guess I would tell. I want to say something deeper. I want to say something deeper than save your money better. You know what I mean? Even though that's something I would tell myself, but I'm trying to think of something that's got more, meat on it.
That's a whole lot. That's
guess,
saying a whole lot. Without saying, that's saying a whole lot. Saving your money is a whole. That's like financial literacy is real in our community. So that's saying a whole lot.
Yeah, I would tell myself to be more financially sound and to just pay attention to what I'm doing, because all of that stuff matters. It all matters. When you're young, it seems like it matters less because you never think about the times of that's later, 20 years from then, 30 years from then. So yeah, just be mindful of what you're doing, period. Just be I would tell myself to be mindful of the decisions that I make when it comes to my life.
Yeah. Okay. And what advice would you have? What advice would you have for somebody in our situation, incarcerated men and women? What would you tell us? What's some good advice? What's some food for thought for us?
For those that's incarcerated, man, I would say that it's going to be times where you're going to feel like you're alone, but you're not. It's really people out here that advocate for y'all that don't even know y'all. It's people that you might never hear of or never meet, but you're not as alone as you think that you are. And to keep your head up, you know what I mean, and try not to lose your integrity and be able to always stand on what you're doing and what you got going so you can hold your head up. Keep your head up. Don't let the system is created to try to mess your head up and get you fucked up and make you think you ain't shit and all of that. Like, don't believe them.
That's a mouthful. That's good. I like that. And Miss Jay Rene, I deeply appreciate you. I tell you that all the time.
Y'all
You're a light through all this darkness. You're a light in all this darkness and chaos, man. My co-host, he got some. Here he go.
All right.
DJ, so before we wrap things up, I would like for you to tell the people for real, like the people that's thinking about becoming an activist for the people that's in prison, becoming an activist for the black nationalities for real. Just briefly, you know what I mean, explain to them what's the most important part about getting into the work that you're into.
I think the most important part in being in this work is to lead with integrity and to be yourself and to be prepared for your life to be a reflection of what everybody see about you. So your past might come up, your present definitely gonna come up, and it can affect your future. So you gotta lead with integrity. You gotta be okay with being yourself, just in case somebody checks your hand or pull you to the carpet on some shit. You don't never wanna have to like stall out or be like, oh, I didn't do that. You gotta stand on your shit. You know what I mean? And just be real. You're gonna meet all different types of people. You gotta try to keep a level head and a level heart, and I always tell people that they gotta pace themselves and place themselves. Like, place yourself in places where you can be beneficial, but pace yourself. You're not gonna be able to save the world. You're not gonna be able to help everybody. So you want to make sure that those that you do help, that you're doing it the best that you can, because you're not trying to get in people's lives and then let them down, or get in people's lives and disappear because your duck's not in a row. You know what I mean? Life happens, but it's different when your business not straight and others you done got into their lives and into their space, and then all of a sudden you disappear and it's on some bullshit. So just be who you say you are, lead with integrity, and keep your heart pure. That's what I would say.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the realest advice you can give anybody. The realest advice. See, a lot of people don't really understand or don't know you are dealing with people that's behind the wall, incarcerated. The smallest things count. A person just picking that phone up, a person just giving a person that's behind the wall some good advice. That means more than anything to a person that's behind the wall. So,
yeah.
We definitely appreciate you so much.
Y'all appreciate it.
Deeply appreciate you. Thank you. We appreciate you. We deeply appreciate you.
Y'all appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. This is brought to you by Miss Jay Rene, Behind the Wall Mentor. You will find them at IG Behind the Wall Mentor. And go ahead and log on to that YouTube subscribing page and check out your boys at Prison Delight. That's youtube.com, Prison Delight. This is Mace Burkett, a.k.a. Shaka. This is Prison Delight with my co-host,
a.k.a. Donnell Smith, Manteen. I hope y'all enjoyed the show, and thank you, Miss Jay Rene. We deeply appreciate you.
Y'all appreciate it.
Always, you are light in all this darkness. We deeply appreciate you.
This is Prison Delight, where we bring you sad stories, funny stories, and always keep it real. Until next time, man, stay out of trouble, keep your head on the swivel, and we holler at y'all later.